So we just recently got some new gameplay for Assassin's Creed Origins, and I want to start this video saying sorry because I can't actually show this gameplay because it's an IGN first video and it's exclusive gameplay that they have. However, I will be showing screenshots of this footage to highlight my point as I'm talking about certain parts of the gameplay demo. I'm going to leave a link to this in the description to the video, and it's really impressive. It looks great. They've done so many improvements since we saw the original build at E3, and I'm just really excited for this game. So if you want to check out the gameplay, click the link in the description, and I'm just going to be talking about it and giving my opinions on it right now. So I just want to say first of all that from a technological standpoint, the game looks absolutely fucking beautiful. Like, the graphics were great anyway, but there wasn't an awful lot of gameplay that actually looks as good as this, because obviously it was shown at E3, it was either 720p or 1080. This gameplay can be viewed in full 4K on YouTube, and it looks fucking insane. All the environments look awesome, sand dunes look amazing, and the actual area that the gameplay is set in is Giza, so you have the pyramids there, and they just look absolutely awesome. They're not like the old ancient structures that we know today that are all crumbling. They're like a nice white color, and they're like made of beautiful sandstone, and it just, everything about the game looks beautiful. You know, Bayek's robes are looking great, the sky looks really cool. There's actually a bit in the gameplay right near the end where he's kind of standing on the desert, and it shows the sky and the desert on the horizon. There's people like riding their camels, and it really genuinely looks beautiful. So from a technological and graphics standpoint, no problems there whatsoever. One thing that I do have to flag up though is the lip sync of the characters in the game. Now, I know that in many RPG games there's not great lip sync. It's something that seems to be a common trend, but this is something really bad. Like, it doesn't even match up with when they're speaking. Their mouths don't even articulate words properly. They're kind of like just going up and down, and it just doesn't look great whatsoever. Now, I know the main focus of this game, in the side quests anyway, is the gameplay and kind of killing enemies and doing quests, getting gear, but you really do need good lip sync if you have loads of side quests. And Ashraf Ismail literally says in this gameplay demo there'll be hundreds of side quests, and to make these side quests more immersive and more effective, we definitely need good lip sync. Now, this is something that could be fixed easily in the months upcoming to the release, and I'm not too worried about it. I feel like they could polish it all up. But it's one thing that looks awful in this gameplay demo is the lip sync. It looks terrible. But other than that, everything seems really good. So something that was a big cause of concern for many people watching the original gameplay demos at E3 was the combat. One specific thing being the dodging, and how Bayek would seemingly slide across the floor whenever you press the dodge button. Now, this seems to be polished up a lot more in the gameplay demo. It doesn't look fully gone. It still kind of looks like he slides a bit, but it's definitely better and more believable and realistic than it was in the original E3 gameplay demos, and that's something that is good. You know, they're making a step forward in terms of the combat. The combat definitely looks a lot more polished. It's a lot less stuttery than it was when we originally saw it, and this is also a good thing as well. They're kind of tying up the loose ends, you know, polishing all the different gameplay aspects that were a bit jittery and, you know, kind of rough around the edges in the E3 build of the game, and they're coming more towards a finished product. Definitely, they've still got a long way to go in terms of the development of the game. They've got a few more months left, but other than that, everything, the environments, the stories, all that good stuff is obviously 100% done, but there's just a few last gameplay aspects that they need to iron out and, you know, straighten out before the game is ready to release. And the combat is definitely one of those, but they're going in the right direction, making it look better, making it more, you know, fluid for the player, and it just looks a whole lot better than when we originally saw it. Something else that looks really good is the blood effects as well. It's like there's this bit in the gameplay demo where Bayek gets stabbed through the arm, and the blood effects look really good. You can see the light glistening off his arm and the blood dripping down it, and, you know, it's just a nice attention to detail, adds to the immersion of the game. And a lot of people were complaining before about no blood, because, like, for some reason in the original demos, when people got to play it at E3, there was no blood for some reason. I have no idea why, but just to clear that up, there's definitely blood in the game, and they're really realistic, really good blood effects as well, so that's a good thing to have. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about the environments that are in the game. Obviously, as I said before, this is set in Giza, around that area with the pyramids, and, you know, there's a lot of sandstorms and stuff like that going on, and Ashraf does kind of highlight how it's a dynamic thing that happens in the game, and we know this already, which is just a really cool thing that he's staying consistent with these things that he's saying. But yeah, the pyramids look great, but one thing that I think looks really, really fucking cool is in the gameplay demo, they go into like a little tomb area, and they take on a bandit camp, and the environments just look really, really great. Like, there's a bit where he walks through this little hole in the wall, he crawls through it after getting some rubble out of the way, and when he walks in, it looks like an awesome tomb, and there's like a statue of Sobek, the Egyptian god, in there, and it's all staying true to what ancient Egypt is. You know, there's a lot of, you know, worshipping of all the different gods, and there's bandit camps to take out, which is a really cool gameplay aspect that I love in many games. If there's a bandit camp, it's just fun to, you know, mindlessly kill them and clear that place out. It's great. But the area the gameplay was in was some form of tomb slash bandit camp area. It was kind of like a mixture between the two. It was an awesome Egyptian tomb, but there was also a bandit camp that they kind of set up in there. And, you know, I cannot wait to find stuff like that around the map. And also something that was mentioned too is there's a sandstorm in the area, obviously, which is a dynamic feature in the game. And Ashraf confirms that that will affect the stealth in the game, or reduce visibility of guards, so you can more effectively use stealth, which I think is a really great feature, because obviously a sandstorm in a game, it's usually just for the visuals, but they're going that step further and making it actually affect the AI in the game, which is a really nice attention to detail, because a lot of games wouldn't actually do that. As for the side quest that was shown in the demo, it looked quite interesting. It had a bunch of interesting characters in it, and Bayek interacts with these characters in a good way. Now, he actually seems like a genuinely good character. He's not just some young prick like fucking Jacob Fry. He's not just like, oh, I'm charismatic, I'm a dumb cunt. He's actually got some depth to him. He's obviously an experienced man, has been a Medjay warrior. He obviously has seen a lot of stuff throughout his life, and he's very stern. He kind of reminds me of Ezio from Brotherhood. He's very stern, but he can also enjoy himself at the same time, and he's also his own character. He's not Ezio from Brotherhood. He's his own guy, and he interacts with characters in a unique way, and I really like seeing him as a character. He looks like he's got some real depth to him, because he does even have a sense of humor. Like, he's not there simply as a comedic character like someone like Jacob was in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. He actually has depth to him. He has humor, he has different emotions that he shows, and overall he just looks like a really complex character. I'm really excited about this, because it's been so long since we've had a character in Assassin's Creed that I think, wow, he actually looks good. And it looks like the Black Flag team, once again, are taking their time with it, and they're actually making a game world and a character that is interesting to the player, instead of just being a character that is there just for the sake of traveling around the world that they've created. In terms of the stealth, it also looked good. It's kind of the classic Assassin's Creed stealth with crouching and, you know, sneaking and stabbing, and then there's also the bow aspect used in it as well, which adds another layer of diversity to the stealth, because usually the stealth is just, hey, stab this person in the back and use smoke bomb or something like that, but now you've got the bow as well, which adds another layer of stealth to it. And there's also various different traps that you can use. As we know, you can like put poison on a body to infect the area and stuff like that, and that's not shown in the gameplay, but the stealth definitely does look a lot more improved in this game. There's also an emphasis on loot as well. They do mention loot quite a bit in this gameplay demo, and obviously being an RPG, it does have to have more of a focus on items and gear that you get in the game as you level up. And there's a bit in the gameplay demo where he goes up to a chest and finds a weapon in it and then equips it, and obviously that's going to be something that happens a lot around the world. You're going to be looting chests and stuff like that, and then there's going to be weapons and armor in there, and you're going to be able to equip that and level up and all that good stuff. And it's just great, because it's weapons like that that are just integrated very well into the world. Obviously you have the option to craft them as well, but they're also just lying there for you to pick up too, which is quite cool, because I love weapons. I love weapons and gear in games, and I love finding them. I love finding them in tombs, and that's exactly what we're going to be able to do in Assassin's Creed Origins, which makes me really, really happy, and I'm just going to get the best armor and weapons in the game. It's going to be fucking amazing. There's also a dog shown in the demo as well, because obviously dogs were, they were quite a big part of Egypt and stuff like that. You know, there's like the Anubis dogs and shit like that, and it's just a nice little dog shown in the gameplay demo, and I quite like that, because, you know, follow him around, you get him back safely to his owners, and it's just nice, you know, a little doggo. Sweet doggo, and he's there, he's running about, and it's lovely, and it's just good. Animals, stuff like that. I don't care about petting cats, but there's dogs, so that's good. Petting cats, I don't give a shit. I don't know why everyone gives a shit so much about fucking petting cats. But that is it for the video. I had to find a way of stretching it out to that 10-minute mark, because I've got to get that extra ad revenue, boys. You know, I have to do that, don't I? I have to find a way of stretching the video out. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe for more gaming news and content in the future. And also remember to comment down in the comment section below telling me what you guys think of this new gameplay that's been released for Assassin's Creed Origins. And I'm going to leave an annotation on the screen linking to my last video, which was how Assassin's Creed influenced gaming and open world games. And that video is quite good. It's a little discussion video that I did for like a little chill commentary, and I'd be very thankful if you guys could go and check that video out as well. Also remember to click the link in the description to get to the original gameplay on IGN's channel. I couldn't upload it to my channel because it's IGN first, and if you upload IGN first gameplay to your channel, the chances are you're going to get a copyright strike, and I am not risking that. So go to the link in the description, it's over there on IGN's channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.